Hi, Betsy Kehoe from the Kehoe Team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm here with Jacie and Barry, the owners of Smokestack Roasters in Lunenburg. Hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Thanks for being with us here today. This is very exciting. Tell us a little bit how you got started here.
Well, 3+ years ago, Barry went to a festival and met somebody in coffee logistics. And he came home with a passion for it and said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy a coffee roaster and we're going to start roasting coffee.
Well, I'm curious, what kind of festival?
It was a music festival.
Really?
The local Wormtown festival.
Yeah, the one over, what is it, in Deerfield or Greenfield?
Greenfield.
Mass, yep.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. So how long have you been here?
We opened this shop here in October. So it's only 4 months now.
4 months. Yep. And what is the address here?
39 Mass Ave.
So exciting. So you are obviously a coffee place, destination. So tell us a little bit about the workings of making the coffee, what you do, and who you sell to, and things like that.
Sure. So we started on this little roaster here. This is our 1 pound roaster. That was the one we moved into Lunenburg, and we turned our dining room into the roasting room. So we were doing 1 pound every 12 minutes or so, and we were doing music festivals, antique fairs, little pop-up events. We had no set home, no shop, and we were just kind of, pop up and sell and serve coffee. So we were doing that for 3 years. And then in February of last year, we realized that the only way to, we were growing in our fan base and our demand, and people wanted more and more of our coffee. We couldn't keep up with the demand, so we decided to take out a small business loan, have this one made in Portugal for us, and then we found our spot. This space became available. It's an old converted, it was a series of car dealerships over the years, and before that it started as one of the first bulk grocery stores, kind of like a BJ's or a Costco.
Right.
And cash and carry, it was called in the 60s. And so this was being stored luxury vehicles. So there was like Porsches and Maseratis and all sorts of Lotuses and beautiful cars in here when we checked it out. And we decided that it had everything we needed, the short roof that we could plumb in the roaster. It had the bones for everything to make the kitchen and whatnot. So we built this out throughout the whole summer. Plumbing variances and customs and BPA, and getting this through all the way imported. It took 6 weeks to manufacture in Portugal for us.
That's a true love for what you do. Now, you were saying earlier that that's actually not the largest of roasters that you've seen. How big can they be? How big can they get?
120 keys is probably the biggest I've heard about.
And this is the 32 key.
No, this is a 15 kilo.
Oh, 32 pounds, 15 kilos.
Yep.
So if you scale that up, that's like 10 times the size. I mean, they have ones that you need to carry 2-step flights of stairs just to get up to. So it gets big.
But in comparison, it used to take me a whole 8 hours to fill a bucket like this with this machine, and now I do it every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Modern technology, and all the way from Europe. That is awesome. So tell us, I know that you're predominantly coffee, but what else do you serve here?
Our hot chocolate is amazing. We do it with fresh milk and Dutch cocoa. We also do teas, so I try to have a wide variety of organic and fair trade teas to offer. We do it all loose leaf. It's steeped to order, and we even make the bags up per order. So
we have all locally made pastries, gluten-free options.
Everything's fresh.
Bagels from in town.
We try to source locally for just about everything we have, including our chocolates and whatnot. So all of our pastries are fresh, never frozen. We just added bagels to our menu, so we have some breakfast
options. All of our
options.
Syrups are fructose-free.
Yep.
We try to keep milk alternatives, almonds, soy, macadamia,
oat.
Oat is huge. That's a new one. And the pastries and gluten-free, that's a really, really good option.
And vegan too.
And all our coffees are organic and fair trade at the least.
Oh, that's great. So looks like your place is quite expansive. What activities do you do now or that you might be looking forward to be doing here?
Well, it's interesting. We opened this and we didn't know what we were going to do with the space. We were primarily interested in the production area and the cafe area. And then we quickly realized that, we could make use of this space however the community wanted us to. And so we've had a lot of people approach us about how they wanted to use the space. So far, we've got a book club that meets once a month. CPR and first aid classes are happening once a month. Every Wednesday, the local networking group meets here. Once a month, the Lunenburg Business Association meets. we're doing a lot of nonprofit board meetings here that we're offering as a private event after hours. And then the last week was apparently the week of bridal showers and baby showers, and we booked a lot of them.
class,
So,
yeah.
yep, CPR,
Really?
first aid, yep. So essentially, we're open to any ideas. We do want to eventually have live music and some nightly times, but right now it's only 7 to 3 because it's the two of us on deck right now. Once we expand, we can have different offerings. We want to have the doors open, the garage doors open in the spring so that we can have outdoor seating, and then a side area and stuff. And we want to be dog friendly, but because we're wholesale, we can't. But we're going to have, an area for the dogs out front and whatnot. And
Wow,
so
that's
trying
great.
To be all inclusive.
And I see, of course, you have a nice area for the children.
Yes.
So that is good. A
that
play
little
area.
diner is the greatest thing I ever
No,
bought. There's
it's-
so many kids that come in. It's awesome.
It's great. No, that's wonderful. So you said you have food, mostly breakfast food. So what are your hours?
7 to 3.
7 to 3.
Yep.
Okay, so
Every
no
day.
lunch, not a lunch menu. This is predominantly breakfast, and if somebody wants to come in for coffee and
We'll hopefully be moving into soups, salads, and sandwiches in the future.
Yep.
Right
Sure.
now we're trying to bring most of the baking in-house. Right now we're traveling to Hudson and Worcester and Lowell to get locally made pastries. But we're trying to bring that in-house a little more.
I just bought an oven.
For our
So we
first
have an
step,
oven that's
yep.
on the way. We're going to do
Very-
gluten-free pizzas for lunch, just as an
Gluten-free
easy
pizza.
option,
that's great. Because
Yeah.
this is in a great location. I
Yeah, good
mean,
traffic.
Very, very good. Very good exposure for you. That's wonderful. Now, you don't have an alcohol license, correct?
Not yet. We're working
But
on
we
it.
have applied.
Yeah.
You've applied,
Yep.
and so you had mentioned earlier off camera that you actually had a pouring license for one day for some events. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we had a wonderful a surprise birthday party. It was our first event that we did. We applied for a single day permit, and then we procured the beer and wine, and we served it. They had a band in here, and it was a great time. And the birthday person didn't even know about the surprise, and it all went out without a
the
hitch.
area, it's very hidden, but yet,
Yes.
I think that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, certainly, is to give you more exposure and word of mouth. Always with good coffee, people will come, like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
We say
It's
that
the
a
same
lot.
thing with coffee.
We
And
do.
tea. I have a wonderful tea brewing right here.
It's
So,
so
yeah,
true.
is there anything else that you want to add has it been pretty well received locally?
Yeah. It's hard to advertise nowadays, and it's all been pretty much word of mouth. We
Great.
did have a couple of articles in the local newspaper, which was nice, and it spread the word. The only other thing I want to point out is we're really all about sustainability here. So we try to use, hard, real dishes as much as we can. We offer a discount if you bring your own cup. We use all compostable bags, all compostable cups. We really strongly encourage sustainability. We're looking for somebody to pick up our compost, so we can produce a lot of spent grounds every day with
Okay,
the
this
espresso
could be an
machine.
advertisement. Anybody that's
Right.
interested in compost,
Looking
okay?
for organic farmers.
I mean, for free. We
Yeah.
want people to grow
Yeah.
things and stuff. It's
No,
too
that's-
much for us.
Because we
to
throw
handle.
away probably 40 pounds of spent coffee every 2-3 days.
Yeah, we
Great
go through a lot
So
of
an
grounds.
organic
Yeah,
gardener would love it, but
I-
we don't
I-
have anybody picking it up yet.
not yet.
Well, I might take some from you because, from what I understand, that it can change the colors of hydrangea.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I think
yeah,
we
it's
tried
acidic
it
enough.
once. Yeah, really, really good.
It makes great mulch too. It doesn't allow the weeds to come up. So I started doing it at the house in the front yard, and nothing came through, and it wasn't like it was moldy or anything. It just looks like a darker earth on it. It's
There's an
perfect for
actual mulch
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I've got.
Yeah.
It's buckwheat hulls mulch, and it's sometimes it's made out of cocoa, and it's like
Perfect.
little grounds. And the only reason we didn't do it was because our lab would have eaten it, and chocolate's not good for labs.
Oh yeah. Oh weird. Because it is
Yeah.
cocoa. Yeah.
So you
Interesting.
can't
yeah.
do that, yeah.
Well, I don't think he'd want the coffee, so I think
No,
you're
you need
safe.
to-
Yeah.
If you're going to use it in the garden, you have to till it in because it'll prevent the water from.
Yeah,
Sure,
it creates
sure,
an
'cause the
impermeable
irrigation.
barrier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we were doing that in our last garden, and we had tomatoes the size of like footballs. It was a crazy.
That is
It was neat.
amazing. One other thing, actually, two other things. You said that you might be doing car shows.
Oh,
Tell
yeah.
us a little bit about that.
We're gonna attempt to have car shows on Sunday mornings, hopefully, if it's well received.
Yeah, we have the whole parking lot on Sundays because the other businesses in this lot aren't open on Sundays.
great.
So coffee and cars is the classic thing, and we'd
Coffee
love
and cars,
to
can't
invite
go
them.
wrong.
I want to go see some cool cars.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you said with your hours, you are on the weekends. What are your hours?
7 to 3 every day.
7 to 3
Yep.
every day.
Yep.
And it's just the two of you, correct?
Right now,
No
yeah, we're
baristas right
almost
now?
Ready.
We are the
We're
baristas.
yeah,
You
we're
are the
almost ready, yeah.
baristas. Okay, because I was going to
We're-
say, can use this opportunity if you are looking for help.
We're looking for openers. That's the hard part, is getting up
Yeah.
early in the
getting up.
morning. yeah.
Oh, that's
The
a lot
There's
of the
potentially
business.
a job for the right individual who wants to manage the counter, but that's down the road a
Yep.
piece. Yep.
Sure, people friendly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
We
absolutely.
want to get to know our customers first, and it's been
Right.
really wonderful. We have a lot of regulars and whatnot, so
Oh, I
it's
bet.
been great to meet everybody. This community has been really welcoming. Everybody that comes in is like, "How are you doing? You know, we want to see you."
Nothing like
Make it
small
here.
community. There's nothing like that
Definitely.
at all. So, if somebody wanted to reach out to you, how do they get a hold of you?
Email, Insta,
And what is your email?
Facebook. Email is info@smokestackroasters.com.
Okay.
Insta is smokestack33. Facebook, Smokestack Roasters. And then you can call us 978-403-0069.
403-0069. That's great. That's an easy number.
But the phone is definitely not the best way to reach us.
Right
No?
now we're busy
No?
on the
You're
counter.
busy.
It's hard,
There's
yeah.
two people here
Yeah,
working
yeah.
full time, and we
Yeah.
rarely have time to pick up the phone.
No, that's great. Well, honestly, I'm so happy for you too. I
Awesome.
mean, I think,
Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank you.
small businesses are always well received, and it's certainly a labor of love. I mean, I can't believe you went from that to that. That's just,
We're over
that's
the
true
moon.
love. And
This
that
is awesome.
you're waiting for an oven. No, what are you waiting for?
An oven,
An
like
oven.
A commercial oven, yeah. So I make really good tea breads and muffins, and so
Of
I'll
course
start
you do.
there.
Of course you
know,
do.
I know
It's
to
not just-
leave the pastries to the experts, but I can do some muffins and whatnot. Or like
Really?
A pasta, yeah.
And you have all the options, which is just because people are just so much more health conscious now.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whether it's, you know, gluten
We're very
free
allergen
and
aware, yeah.
dairy, non-dairy, and things like that. So it sounds like you have it all. So, gosh,
Definitely.
congratulations.
Thank
we
you.
wish you the
It's
very
been
best.
wonderful.
And thank you so much for
Dedicated
being with us.
motorcycle parking as well.
Oh yeah, we got a shout out
Oh.
to the bikers.
Okay, no. This is great. Come in and see there were two wonderful bikes right there.
Yeah, we're
Can't
gonna
tell
do
you
runs
anything.
on Wednesdays. Like when we close, we'll all just go take a little ride, and we want to be like a spot on a poker run or something. We
Yep.
welcome. the
So you actually ride?
I do.
Yes.
We do. Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Roasters that ride.
We're riding roasters. That needs to be
actually
like our
ride
patch on our
I
back.
think that's a hashtag. Riding roasters.
Riding roasters. It's a good hashtag.
Right.
That is a good hashtag. Well, sorry. Well, you don't have
I
to
like
use
it.
it,
I'll
but
have to get a sticker made up for like the bike or something.
you should. No, that's awesome. I don't want to give you ideas. You
I like
let
this.
you do it. And you mentioned that there's going to be music at some point,
Yep.
which is
Yep.
great. Like an open mic, or is it just being like people
Yeah,
just?
Potentially.
just kind of keeping
Yeah.
it open. You
Yep.
know, we've heard
That's-
a lot of people. That's the number one thing that people ask for when they say, "What are you going to do with the space?" Is they
Right.
want us to have music. So, I'd like to see jazz, brunch, waffles, and mimosas on Sunday. You know, if we
Right.
could do something
Those are
cool.
the
I'd
two
like to
biggest-
see that too.
The two biggest
Also-
requests we get are for music and alcohol.
Yeah.
And even though we're a coffee shop.
It's interesting.
So
Well-
we've been fighting it as much as we can, but I think we're going to have to, bend to the will of the locals.
Yeah.
Will of the people.
Yep.
Will of the people.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
when
it's
you're
their space,
sitting
too.
and listening to music,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
It goes together.
It does. And brunch is nice. Brunch is a good
Yeah.
touch for sure because there are not a lot of brunch places around.
We've
Yeah.
got a ways to go before we can set up a
Yeah.
full brunch, but we may
We'll get
cater
there.
one or two in the future.
Yeah, and right now
Or
we're
have
working
one
with
catered,
catering
rather.
partners, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. So if somebody wants to have a party here, I have a set menu of a few different places that'll offer
Great.
things, or they can bring it in, which is unusual for a lot of function halls.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very flexible. I'm very reasonable on the prices. I just want people to come in and use it. We live 3 minutes down the road, so
How
to me it's not a big
convenient.
deal to come in. And
Speaking of which, I know you're 3 minutes away and you have to go pick up your daughter.
that's correct.
So thank you so
That's
much
off
for
the
being
bus.
with us
Thank you.
again.
Thanks, Betsy.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, but wait.
Yeah.
We have to go. Oh, it's still on. Sorry.
funny.
Okay, you can keep talking. I'm sorry.